these wonderful researchers that we will have the tremendous lucky to have here today and ask them our doubts, or share our worries or feelings. I'm really happy to be the president of a meeting with so high scientific level. Just two little comments to finish. One is the feeling that we are not communicating enough what we do. Probably all the people here today are convinced that hyperthermia is a very important part of oncological treatments, but it's clearly not enough extended yet. It's not only that we are convinced about hyperthermia efficacy. We have important trials showing that hyperthermia is an important part of the oncological treatment. But then, why is not a standard oncological treatment in many countries? Regarding this, I must say that Spain is one of the countries where we have a lot of work to do in this matter, as hyperthermia is, on the one hand, in the learning program of radiation oncology residents, but what happens is that during residency, most of our residents do not learn anything about hyperthermia. And if we speak about medical oncologists, most of them have almost no idea of what is oncological hyperthermia. We all know research is not easy, but I think we should join efforts in order to run a more comfortable path. From my side, I'm clearly open to any research cooperation in order to have more knowledge, more evidence, better results from our hyperthermia treatments and from our cancer treatments. Again, this year, I have not been able to show you my land. We have not been able again to share the Spanish culture, gastronomy, but this meeting is actually more important for me also than the last one, as it shows that despite difficulties, we are still here, as our work, our results, our research in hyperthermia are stronger than any pandemic. I am tremendously happy to see again how more than 100 people registered for the meeting, and I hope they will be here today, excited and linked for the same purpose, to help moving forward against a much more lethal disease than COVID, and this is important for our politics, to help against one of the worst pandemics lived since decades, to help curing cancer. Last year I said, and I repeat today, that scientific world has the strength to overcome the greatest difficulties, which is based on the strength of the people who compose it. Of course, and for me, this is the main part of this welcoming, because now I would like to give thanks. I would like to thank, of course, all the participants to this meeting, despite all the difficulties I know many of you have. I would like to thank also all the speakers who have made an extra effort to share their knowledge with us today. I'm really proud and happy to have some of the top hyperthermia researchers worldwide here today. I would like to give also a special thanks to the people who have helped with the organization of this meeting, Oncotherm team, Professor Haas, and many others, without whom it would have been clearly impossible. All of you have been essential, but this year I would like and allow me to highlight Sofia, who has organized almost everything and who has been very, very patient with my delays answering things due to the high work, Sophie, the high work pressure. So thank you and sorry for that, Sophie. And now I would like just to say a few technical details for the meeting, because I think it's very important for the speakers. Please try to keep times, because in online meetings, you know that delays are much more difficult to manage. For participants, please mute your microphones during presentation, and if you are not the speakers, in order to avoid noise. If your connection is not good, you can try to stop your camera. That can help. For questions, please write your questions in the chat box or ask to speak at the end of the presentation for each of the presenters, and I will give you the turn to speak, but please use the chat box. Then at 11:05, we will have a small break, but at that break, we will have the poster presentation. So it's a small break, but with some science. So maybe if you can have a coffee, seeing the poster, that can be very interesting, because I think the posters are also very interesting. And finally, the most important thing, so please enjoy the meeting. Thank you so much.